Hey everyone, and welcome back to Higurashi When They Cry. Last episode was a bit of a breather, right? We had a big long card game. As soon as the club activities were finished, Brenda flew off, probably so she can dig up that cute Colonel Sanders doll that she wasn't able to take home yesterday. So today it was just Mio and me walking home together in a rather rare conversation. A mountain of treasure, huh? The guys throwing it away should probably never thought that their wildest dreams that Rena would be so grateful to them. Mountains of treasure, meaning that damn construction site from before. Oh, right, Mion would probably tell me. That murder by dismemberment that seemed to have happened there. Over there, at the damn construction site. Did something happen there? Long ago? Something sure did. A grand battle. There were sit-ins and demonstrations. It was a bit different from what I wanted to hear, but I decided to listen just the same. Our land, it was our land that was going to be sunk into the dam reservoir, and I would have thought as well probably. The government guys were really adamant about it, acting all big and full of themselves. Since they figured out that they couldn't settle it with money, they did a bunch of nasty stuff. They were nasty guys. Neon spoke excitedly, as if the whole thing was happening right in front of her. I'm amazed you guys won. You were facing the federal government, right? The mayor and prominent figures in the village all signed petitions. They went to Tokyo and struck deals with legislatures. And as a result, the development plan was restricted. It was our complete victory. There wasn't any violence, was there? Like assaults or murders? None. She promptly cut me off. The same as Rena had. Her words signaled the end of the discussion. Tomitake said one arm wasn't found in the incident. I thought that a murder by dismemberment had occurred, but I guess I was wrong. That curiosity unstated, I sighed dejectedly inside. Later, see you tomorrow. Keiichi, you can't wash that off until you get home. Got it? I got it. I won't. Mion held back her laughter while stealing glances at my face. I wonder what kind of nasty doodles they drew. They drew a cat in the anime. Damn you, Mion, you shall rue this day! If our roles are ever reversed, I'm going to slop it on! All over your face! So you won't be able to take it off with the scourging pad! Even with the scourging pad! Upon leaving home, I ran straight to my mom, embarrassing myself yet again. Yeah, great job! The mood I'd come home to was already on edge. It's not an uncommon thing in our family. Whenever dad can't come up with a good idea, it always ends up like this. He stomps around the house with his arms crossed. Mom whispered into my ear, "Welcome home, Keiichi. Dad, he's in a bit of a rut right now, so don't bother him, okay? He can't come up with a new idea. It's because the deadlines are so close together this time. Your dad needs some time to recharge, or he doesn't work as well. Dad's paintings feed our entire family. If he runs out of ideas, then it's the end of the Maribaras. We never even got hungry before. Could it be my dad is a master painter? Wouldn't it be easier to get the idea from a walk? Wouldn't it be easier to get an idea taking a walk outside rather than wandering around a house? The theme of the piece this time is in the household. So it seems your dad's wanting to use his house as a motif. That's quite a bothersome motif. Keiichi, pick up your room. It looks terrible. Sorry, I'll clean it up later. Come on, don't use my room as a motif. Keiichi, there's still some time before dinner. So please, go take a walk out back or something. Keiichi, there's still some time before dinner, so please go take a walk about back or something. His bad mood was only temporary. As soon as he gets the idea, his mood improves and he starts humming. Until then, it wouldn't be a bad idea to take a walk, just to take a walk so I don't aggravate him further. Well, I guess I will then. I said I was going to take a walk, but I didn't have any particular destination in mind. I just needed to kill some time. I got on my bike and pondered where to go. I I could just go read at the bookstore, but it would take an hour by bike just to get to town. It would be dark by the time I got back, so I didn't want to go unless I had to. The roads at night here in Hinamizawa creep me out. If Mion or Satsuko ever found out about that, I smiled wryly. Oh yeah, Rena was probably still at the mountain of treasure, the damn construction site. The evacuate, the excavation, the exca- the excavation of Colonel Sanders was probably taking her a while. It wouldn't be so bad to help her owe me one. To have her owe me one, she might return the favor next time we have club activities. With a little bit of self-interest in mind, I set off towards the dam's construction site. Tomitake might be there as well. The only person with information about the incident about that both Rena and Mio denied knowing anything about. If I met him again, I'd like to ask for more details. To ask, was there really a dismemberment here in Hinamizawa? That was my real intention. I spotted Rena struggling up on the slope of the garbage pile. It looked like Colonel Sanders was lodged in there pretty firmly. Didn't look like Rena was able to excavate him by herself. Realizing that Tomitake wasn't around, I began climbing up the slope unsteadily. Hey, Rena! Looks like you're looking up a. Looks like you're working up a sweat.
Whoa, whoa, Keiichi! What brings you to a place like this?
A place like this, huh? I see. She was aware of it, at least. I received a signal for I received emergency. Received a signal for emergency assistance at the accident site. Where is the injured party?
Huh? Accident, huh?
There was a report that Colonel Sanders was buried alive in the trash pile.
Oh, that you scared me. Don't frame me like that, Keiichi.
I was just kidding. I thought you might be struggling by yourself, so I came to help you out.
You came for me? Ah,
Well, I filled my quota for today. If I don't see Rena blush at least once a day, then I'm not getting my daily required nutritional intake. Just kidding,
just kidding. You're embarrassing me right now.
just kidding, you're embarrassing me now.
So, what part of the joke what part was the joke? What part was it?
I just ignored her bewilderment. Okay, now move out of the way. So where's Colonel Sanders?
Ah, sorry. Can't you see him? In that gap?
He's really buried in there. Colonel Sanders was sideways, surrounded by boards and other construction materials, like they were caging him inside. According to Rena, It wasn't like this yesterday. It seemed as though another illegal dumper came yesterday, dumped again, and now he's buried like this.
You're trying to move this pile all by yourself? With those karate arms?
There's no way she would be able to do that with her slender arms.
But Colonel Sanders is so cute!
Uh, I guess, I guess I imitated Keiichi at that part.
There's a chain on the Colonel Sanders at the store. This one, though. I think I should be able to get this one home. Ah!
If Rena gave up on this Colonel Sanders, she's probably start devising a plan to steal the one from the front of the store. As Rena's guardian, I won't allow her to sully her hands with crime. Out of the way, I'll do it! Rena blushed again, but this time I left it alone. The pile was enormous, and also, the more days we wasted, the more likely an illegal dumping would occur. If it got buried any deeper, there would be nothing that could be done.
Keiichi, I'll help too. Let me help.
You just get in the way, so stay back. Pulling out scraps, bending them, tossing them aside, I quickly became covered in sweat and dust. Flying objects drew beautiful arcs across the twilight sky, one after another. Lumber, timber, plywood. Damn it! No matter how much I threw out, there were still more! Even though I could see Colonel Sanders right there! After grandstanding like that in front of Rena, I felt frantic of how little I progressed. If I was gonna do this seriously, I'd need an axe or saw or something.
That's enough, Keiichi. You're so sweaty. You don't have to try so hard.
I'm just doing it for you, Rena. Don't worry about it. Rena began sputtering and turned beet red. Whoops, I didn't mean to say I was trying my best to keep her from becoming a criminal. Oh well. Guess I'll just need a break. This is pretty tough. I sprawled on my back over the grassy slope. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. You're covered in sweat.
Rena patted her handkerchief against my forehead. It felt pretty nice.
Well, wait here a minute, alright? My house is pretty close. I'll bring you some barley tea, okay?
Barley tea, I don't know. Leaving a handkerchief on my forehead, Rena took off running. The cries of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. After I was certain that Rena was gone, I picked myself up and headed towards what I discovered earlier. It was a garbage pile of magazines and newspapers bounded up in twine. Unless I'm mistaken, I believe it was around here. There it was. They were bound stacks of not so reputable tabloids. They were stacked chronologically. I know how to pronounce the word, like chronology. They were stacked chronologically, going back quite a few years. It was quite a disturbing incident. It seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms, you see. It was just as Tomitaki said, that undoubtedly there was a mention of the murder. These were troubled times. There is no anti-sinking incidents. There's a large part of society drawn in by this incident as well. So it had to be recorded somewhere. I unfastened the packages and opened the rain-soaked pages carefully, looking over the table of contents. Not here. Next one. Not here. The next one. It was hard to search since I didn't know when it happened. I didn't know who the perpetrator or the victim was either. I only knew it happened here. I looked up every so often, checking to see if Rena had come back or not. I wouldn't want her to see me gawking at a dirty magazine, but it wasn't just that. Both Rena and Neon said they didn't know, but it happened without a doubt. So as long as Tomitake wasn't lying, then if both Rena and Neon, yeah, there it was. Yeah, there was. Then if both Rena and Neon, oh yeah, there was. Then they had just said that, I wouldn't have gotten so hung up on it. An incident that neither Rena nor Neon wished to talk about. Trying to uncover it after he tried to conceal it out of the good intentions. that made me feel like I was acting against my friends. Mizawa dam worker lynching murder by dismemberment. Here it is! The feature article was in the back, and it seemed that there was a photograph in the colored pages at the front. The pages of the feature article were stuck together and weren't easy to open. When I could return at any moment. Feeling rushed, I gave up and opened the photograph page. The police investigators were carrying a body bag, and newspaper reporters were all bathing it in camera flashes. The image was blurry and it was hard to understand, but I could definitely make out the headlines. Tragic nightmare in the Hinamizawa construction site. Lynching a murder slash dismemberment. The victim of the was a site foreman. He has assaulted his assailants daily with an explosive backlash from his daily actions. It's a horrible image to see the site foreman as it happened. It really did happen. It happened. It really did happen. It seemed that the details were on the next page. I turned the page without pausing. On it was the assailants butchered the victim's body with hatchets and pickaxes. Then used an axe to split the cadaver into 6 pieces: the head, arms, legs, and torso. I could understand just from the headline that it was just too terrible. An innocent incident. Jeez. Normally a lynching is just assault or murder, right? Dismemberment with hatchets and pickaxes? That wasn't a lynching. That was a merciless killing to the letter, to a brutal murder done by a group of people with hatchets, with pickaxes, with an axe. Ah!
So sorry. Did I startle you? Did I startle you?
Ren dropped the axe she was holding onto the grass as she startled by my voice.
Keiichi, you see, earlier, yeah, you said you wouldn't have. You said it would have helped if you had an axe, didn't you? So I brought an axe for you from the shed.
Rena flushed her arms in a panic, continuing to explain and apologize. It seemed I'd been glaring at her pretty intensely. I'm sorry, my reaction was a bit overboard.
No, I'm sorry as well. I'm sorry.
Night was drawing close. I was pretty worn out. It wouldn't hurt to do the rest tomorrow. Look like we'll be able to break that last beam without an axe. You brought it after all. I have to borrow it tomorrow, right?
Okay.
Why do you look so glum? Tomorrow we'll be digging out. Why do you look so glum?
Doesn't it look? Doesn't look like we could break the last V with an axe. Brought it.
Wait, whatever.
Why do you look so glum? Tomorrow we'll be digging out Colonel Sanders, right?
Whatever. Why do you look so glum? Tomorrow we'll be digging out Colonel Sanders, right?
You're right. I really want to take Colonel Sanders home soon.
And both knew it was useless to apologize any more than that. I quenched my thirst with the barley tea Rena brought and wiped off the sweat that had now gone cold. We took the path and head home. I felt quite guilty about the tabloid wrapped up in my jacket.